My fiancé said, "We should open the relationship. I feel trapped." I said, "Great idea." Then I started dating the one person she hated, her successful sister. She tried to close the relationship immediately, but I declined. Original post: I, 29 male, have been with my fiancé 27 for 3 years. Got engaged about 8 months back. Weddings booked, deposits paid, invitations ordered. Her sister, 31, is supposed to be maid of honor, which always seemed weird to me given how much my fiancé resents her. Context matters here. Her sister is everything my fiancé wishes she was. Corporate lawyer at a big firm, owns her place downtown, drives a BMW, travels for work to actual interesting places. My fiancé manages a clothing store at the mall. Nothing wrong with retail, but she's built up this massive complex about it. Every family gathering turns into passive-aggressive comments about people who prioritize money over family, or must be nice having everything handed to you. For the record, nothing was handed to her sister. Full scholarship to undergrad, took out loans for law school, paid them off in 5 years while working her butt off. But my fiancé rewrites history to make herself feel better. Anyway, few weeks back we're having dinner. I'm going over the final head count for the reception when she gets this look. The one where she's been rehearsing something. "We need to talk." My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. Nothing good ever starts with those words. About what? She's staring at her plate. Won't look at me. I've been thinking about us, about the wedding, about everything. "Okay, I love you, I really do, but I feel trapped." She finally looks up. Like I'm about to lock myself into something forever without experiencing other things first. Other people. I put my fork down, let the silence sit. "I think we should open the relationship." There it was. "Open the relationship," I repeated. "Just temporarily, just until the wedding. So neither of us has regrets. Lots of couples do this now. It's actually really healthy if you have good communication and boundaries." She definitely researched this, probably had articles bookmarked. "You want to sleep with other people before we get married." We both would. You could too. It's not just me. It would actually make us stronger going into marriage knowing we actively chose each other after exploring our options. I watched her. Noticed how she kept glancing at her phone, the one she'd been glued to lately, texting her coworker. The one she always mentioned was so funny and such a good listener. "So you have someone in mind," I said. "What?" "No. I mean, not specifically. This isn't about anyone in particular." She reached for my hand. "Look, I thought you'd be mature about this. Don't you want to know we're really meant for each other? That we're not just settling?" And there it was, the manipulation. If I said no, I was immature and insecure. I looked at her. This woman I'd planned a whole future with, who apparently wanted to test drive her coworker while keeping me waiting at home. "All right," she blinked. "What?" "All right, let's open the relationship." Her whole face changed, lit up like I'd just given her the best gift. "Really? Oh my God, babe, I knew you'd understand. This is going to be so good for us. We'll set boundaries, communicate everything, be totally honest." She kept talking about rules and check-ins and emotional safety. All this terminology she'd clearly memorized. I just nodded, because I'd already decided. She wanted to play games? Fine, let's play. That weekend I'm at my usual coffee shop, the one I go to when I need to think. Working on my laptop, trying to figure out what I'm even doing with my life at this point. Someone sits down across from me. "This seat taken?" Looked up. Her sister. "Oh hey, no, go ahead." She set up her laptop, ordered something complicated at the counter, came back. We worked in silence for a while, comfortable silence, the kind you can't force. "How's the wedding planning?" she asked eventually. I shrugged. "Took an interesting turn actually. We opened the relationship." She choked on her coffee. Actually choked. "You what?" "Your sister decided she feels trapped, wants to explore before we get married. Ain't so we're doing the open relationship thing." She stared at me. "And you're just okay with that?" She made it pretty clear if I wasn't okay with it, I'd be closed-minded and immature. So yeah, I'm being mature about it. I went back to my laptop. She gets to explore. I get to explore. Modern relationships or whatever. You know she's got someone specific in mind. Oh, definitely. Some guy from work she's been texting constantly. But hey, open relationship. She can do what she wants. Her sister shook her head slowly. "That's honestly kind of messed up. Welcome to my life." We kept talking. About the situation, about relationships, about how family dynamics screw people up. She was easy to talk to, didn't sugarcoat things, didn't try to make me feel better with empty platitudes. When we were packing up to leave, she stopped me. "Hey, if you ever need someone to talk to about this mess, I'm around. Family loyalty aside, what she's doing is manipulative as hell. I might take you up on that." She gave me her number. "I mean it, you seem like you got handed a really raw deal here." I texted her the next day. Met up again and again after that. Started innocent, venting sessions basically. But somewhere along the way it shifted. The way she laughed, how she'd lean in when I was talking, how conversations started running later. About 2 weeks into this open relationship, we're at dinner. Quiet place, corner table. She's looking at me over her wine glass. "So, are you actually seeing anyone using this open relationship thing?" Maybe. There's someone I'm interested in. Not sure she feels the same way." She set her glass down. "Tell me about her." Smart, has her life together, doesn't play mind games, actually says what she means instead of manipulating people. I met her eyes. "Also happens to be engaged to your sister." "Well, I'm engaged to your sister. She's your sister. You know what I mean." The silence stretched out. "You're serious?" "Yeah, you want to date me? If you're interested. Your sister wanted an open relationship. She doesn't get to control who I see." She laughed, actually laughed. "She's going to absolutely lose her mind." "Probably." "This is insane." "Yep, we're going to destroy the family. Most likely." She bit her lip, thinking it through. "For the record, I never liked her coworker. Guy's a douche, and what she did to you is manipulative and selfish." "So is that a yes?" She raised her glass. "One condition. When this inevitably explodes in the most dramatic way possible, I want a front row seat." I clinked my glass against hers. "Deal." Update 1. My fiancée found out. Took about a week. We'd been communicating like she wanted, except she wasn't telling me anything about her coworker situation. Meanwhile, her sister and I had been seeing each other. Dinner a few times, long conversations, getting to know each other properly. Nothing physical yet, but definitely heading that direction. Then came the family barbecue. One of those pre-wedding family bonding things her mom insisted on. Her sister and I showed up separately, but we gravitated toward each other. Talked most of the afternoon, inside jokes. That comfortable familiarity that makes everyone else kind of fade into background noise. My fiancé kept shooting looks our way. Finally pulled me aside near the cooler. "You're spending a lot of time with my sister. She's good company. Well, maybe spread it around? It's kind of rude to just talk to one person all afternoon." I grabbed a beer and went right back to her sister. The drive home was silent. The kind of silent that's loud. "What's going on with you and my sister?" "What do you mean?" "You know exactly what I mean. All the talking, the laughing, the weird inside jokes. We're friends. Friends." She said it like it physically hurt her mouth. "Since when are you friends with my sister?" "Since you opened the relationship and I started getting to know people better. She's actually really cool when you get past the sibling rivalry thing you've got going." She went quiet. I could see her brain working overtime. "Are you dating my sister?" "We're in an open relationship, so yes, I'm seeing other people. Like you encouraged." The car swerved slightly. "Not her." "What?" "Anyone. Literally anyone but her. You cannot date my sister." I actually laughed. "That's not how this works. You don't get to pick and choose who I see. This is different. She's my sister." "So, you made the rules. Open relationship, freedom to explore. Those were your exact words." Her hands were shaking on the wheel. "This isn't what I meant." "Then what did you mean? Because from where I'm sitting, you meant you wanted to bang your coworker while keeping me as your backup plan. Now that I'm actually seeing someone, suddenly the rules are different?" "It's not the same thing." "Why? Because you're not the only one having fun anymore?" She pulled into our driveway way too fast, slammed on the brakes. "We're closing the relationship. Right now, this is done." "Nah, I'm good." She turned to stare at me. "What did you just say?" I said I'm good. I like being in an open relationship. Turns out you were right. It is healthy. I'm meeting new people, having new experiences, learning things about myself. It's great. You can't be serious right now. Your sister and I have plans next weekend actually. Some art gallery thing her firm is sponsoring. Should be interesting. Her face went from red to purple. You're doing this to hurt me. I'm doing this because you opened the relationship. These are your rules. I'm just playing by them. I'm closing it. The relationship is closed, as of right now. That requires both people to consent, and I don't consent. I got out of the car. Besides, I thought you were busy with your coworker. How's that going, by the way? He's still texting you all the time? She scrambled out after me. We need to talk about this. We are talking. You wanted freedom. We both have it. You just don't like that I'm actually using mine. Went inside. She didn't follow right away. When she finally came in, she went straight to the spare bedroom. Didn't see her the rest of the night. Woke up the next morning to missed calls from her mom. Like a lot of them. Let them go to voicemail. The voicemail was something else. Her mom crying about family loyalty and betrayal and how I was manipulating both her daughters. Apparently my fiancé had called her in hysterics. Texted her sister, "Your mom called. Fair warning." Got back? Yeah, she tried me too. Said I was being selfish and destroying my sister's happiness. Told her to ask her precious daughter who opened the relationship first. She hung up. My fiancé tried everything over the next few days. Tears. Please, we can fix this. Just stop seeing her. Anger. You're disgusting. How could you do this to me? Guilt. I thought you loved me. I thought we were building a life together. Threats. If you don't stop, I'm calling off the wedding. That last one I called her bluff on. Okay, call it off. She blinked. What? I said call it off. If that's your ultimatum, go ahead. You don't mean that. Try me, see what happens. She didn't call it off. Instead, she went nuclear in a different direction. Showed up at her sister's place. Her sister called me after. So that was fun. What happened? She accused me of going after you deliberately. Said I was jealous of her getting married and wanted to steal her happiness. Claimed I've always been competitive with her and this is just another way to win. What'd you say? I said she opened the relationship, knowing full well what that meant. You're a grown man who can make his own choices, and maybe she should have thought about consequences before being selfish. Then I said we're not even serious, just seeing where it goes, no promises. She paused. She threw her drink at me. She what? Threw her iced coffee. Right at me. Got all over my suit. That was a $400 suit. Holy hell. Yeah, I told her to leave before I called security. She left, but not before screaming that I've ruined her life. She laughed. Honestly, this is the most entertainment I've had in years. My life is usually just depositions and contract negotiations. Glad my life falling apart is entertaining for you. Oh, it's very entertaining. Also, family meeting tomorrow night. Both of us are summoned. Should be an absolute disaster. Want to grab dinner after and debrief? Absolutely. Update 2. The family meeting was worse than expected. Which is saying something because my expectations were already in the basement. We showed up at her parents' house. Her mom opened the door, looked at both of us, and I swear I saw her eye twitch. We went in. Her dad was sitting on the couch, looking like he'd rather be literally anywhere else. My fiancée was in the armchair, arms crossed, looking like she was ready to commit murder. Her mom sat down very carefully. Thank you both for coming. We need to handle this situation maturely. What situation exactly? Her sister asked, perfectly innocent. You know what situation. You're dating your sister's fiancé. Technically ex-fiancé, I said. She gave me an ultimatum. I made my choice. You're still engaged, my fiancé snapped. The wedding is still happening. Is it? Because you threatened to call it off if I kept seeing your sister. I said go ahead. So either call it off or stop complaining. Her mom cut in. This is completely inappropriate. There are boundaries in families that should never be crossed. Her sister leaned back. You want to talk about boundaries? How about the boundary of not opening your relationship to sleep with a coworker and then getting upset when your partner does the same thing? My fiancée shot to her feet. I knew you'd say that. This is exactly why you're doing this. You can't stand that I'm happy. Happy? You literally tried to manipulate your fiancé into letting you cheat while keeping him on the hook. That's not happiness. That's sociopathic. Don't you dare psychoanalyze me. You're not better than me just because you have a fancy degree. I'm not better than you. I'm just not dumb enough to throw away a good relationship because I wanted to sleep with some douche from work. Don't call him that. Oh, so now you're defending him? Interesting. How'd that work out, by the way? He's still interested now that you're actually available? My fiancée's face went red. Dead giveaway. The coworker had bailed. Her dad finally spoke up. Girls, please calm down. They ignored him. You've been jealous of me our entire lives, my fiancée said. You can't handle that I'm getting married first. Her sister laughed. Hard. You think I'm jealous? Of what? Your retail job? Your apartment that you can barely afford? Your fiancé who you tried to cheat on? She leaned forward. I have a career I actually worked for. I own my place. I don't need a man to complete me. Where's the jealousy? You're alone. You're going to end up alone forever. And you're going to end up bitter and resentful because you spent your whole life comparing yourself to me instead of building your own identity. I'm good with where I am. You're a witch, and you're a spoiled child who's finally facing consequences for your actions. Her mom started crying. Actual tears. My daughters are fighting over a man. This is a nightmare. We're not fighting over a man, her sister said firmly. She made a stupid, selfish choice. I'm not stealing anything. She threw him away. I'm just not letting good things go to waste. You can't date my sloppy seconds. The room went silent. Her sister smiled. Slow and dangerous. Sloppy seconds? Interesting phrasing. So you're admitting you threw him away? My fiancée looked like she wanted to kill her. Her dad stood up. Everyone needs to take a breath. I'm perfectly calm, her sister said. I'm not the one screaming about sloppy seconds. I couldn't help it. I snorted. Everyone looked at me. Sorry. This is a lot. Her sister grinned at me. My fiancée saw that look, that connection, and something broke in her expression. You're not even sorry. Her voice was quiet now. Dangerous. Neither of you are even sorry. Sorry for what? I asked. Following the rules you set? This isn't what I wanted. Then what did you want? She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. Nothing came out. Because we all knew. She wanted her coworker, me as backup, and no consequences. Her sister stood up. Here's what's happening. We're going to keep seeing each other. You're going to call off this wedding because it's clearly over. Mom and Dad are going to accept that we're adults who make our own decisions, and everyone's going to move on with their lives. I am not calling off my wedding. I pulled the ring out of my pocket. Been carrying it for a few days, waiting. Set it on the coffee table. Then I am. We're done. You wanted an open relationship to sleep with someone else. I said yes and started seeing your sister. You can't handle that? Not my problem anymore. Her mom gasped like I'd shot someone. My fiancé grabbed the ring and threw it at my head. Missed. Hit the wall behind me. I hate you. Noted. You ruined everything. You asked for an open relationship. You ruined it yourself. She turned to her sister, pointed at her. I will never forgive you. Never. You're dead to me. Her sister shrugged. I'll survive. My fiancé stormed out, slammed the door so hard a picture fell off the wall and the glass cracked. Her mom rushed after her. Her dad just sat there looking defeated. You two are really doing this? He asked quietly. Looks like it, I said. He sighed, long and deep. She's gonna make your lives hell. She can try, her sister said. She looked at me. Ready? So ready. We left together, got in her car, sat there. Well, she said. That went about as expected. I started laughing. Couldn't stop. She joined in. We sat in her car in her parents' driveway, laughing like maniacs. We're terrible people, I managed. The absolute worst, she agreed. She wiped her eyes. Dinner? Please. Final update. Been about 2 months since everything exploded. Figure I should close this out. The wedding got canceled. Obviously. My ex lost most of the deposits, venues, catering, flowers. She tried to make me pay half since I broke the engagement. My lawyer, yeah, I got one, pointed out that she initiated the open relationship. I have texts proving it, and legally I was in the clear. She ended up eating around $6 grand. Her parents helped, but I heard through mutual friends they weren't happy about it. My ex moved back with her parents temporarily, then moved in with some friend. Last I heard, she's telling everyone her version, that I cheated, that her sister stole me, that they're both victims of my manipulation. The story keeps changing depending on who she's talking to. Her coworker completely ghosted her once the drama hit. Turns out he was never actually interested in anything serious. Just like the attention and the ego boost of having someone's fiancé chasing him. When she became actually available, He vanished. Funny how that works. Her sister and I kept seeing each other, made it official after a few weeks, which caused another round of family chaos. Her mom cried, her dad was uncomfortable, distant relatives had opinions. We stopped caring pretty quickly. Her parents eventually came around, mostly. Her dad pulled me aside one day and said, "Look, I don't love how this started, but she seems genuinely happy with you. Lighter. That counts for something." Her mom still gives us looks sometimes, but she's civil. My ex tried to keep the drama going. Showed up at places she knew we'd be. Posted vague things on social media about betrayal and family. Her friends took her side mostly, but a few reached out to me privately saying she'd told different versions of the story to different people, and they were starting to see through it. Work got awkward for a bit. People asked questions. "What happened with your wedding? Didn't you just get engaged?" I kept it simple. We broke up, moved on. Most people dropped it. Ran into my ex once, at a grocery store. She was with some new guy, obvious rebound, trying to make a point. We made eye contact. I nodded politely. She looked like she wanted to say something. Didn't. We moved on. She texted me later. "So you can't even say hi now?" I didn't respond. Blocked her number. Should have done that months ago. The whole thing taught me something important. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. My ex showed me she was manipulative, selfish, willing to lie to get what she wanted. Her sister showed me she was honest, direct, didn't play games. Are we gonna last forever? No idea. Maybe. Maybe not. But right now we're good. We laugh a lot. We challenge each other. She calls me on my nonsense. I call her on hers. No games, no manipulation, no stupid tests. Someone asked if I regret how it all went down. Honestly, no. Could I have handled it differently? Sure, but my ex wanted an open relationship for purely selfish reasons. She thought she'd get everything she wanted with no consequences. She learned the hard way that's not how life works. Yeah, maybe dating her sister was petty. Maybe it was revenge disguised as following the rules. But here's the thing. It became real. We connected. We fit. So even if it started as proving a point, it turned into something genuine. My ex destroyed our relationship the moment she asked to open it. She just didn't realize she'd already lost until her sister and I were together, and she couldn't do anything about it. We're actually doing well. Her sister introduced me to her work friends. I'm meeting her college roommates next month. We're building something real here. My ex is still out there, still spinning her narrative. She's the victim. Everyone else is terrible. Some people believe it. Others don't. I stopped caring what most people think. Only thing that matters? I'm happy. With someone who doesn't play games, doesn't manipulate, doesn't make me question my own sanity. My ex wanted an open relationship. She got one. Just didn't like who I ended up with. Not my problem anymore. Life's pretty good from where I'm standing.